Hi everyone, I'm Manjari Bhamidi and I currently work as a software developer at ABB. I completed my bachelor's in computer science from NIT Pondicherry in 2025, and this is my first full-time role since graduating from college. This is the beginning of my career journey in tech, and I'm very excited to see where that leads me in the future. And I would say that excitement is probably my sole driving force. There have been a lot of highlights in my career so far, but I would say a defining moment that I've had in this journey was working on this project in ABB, where I was the sole backend developer. It was probably the first time that I was responsible for something end to end, which included all the backend development, coordinating with our external team in Poland, and also communicating with stakeholders in the US. Balancing all of that across different time zones and being the only one from India who was responsible for that project really pushed me out of my comfort zone, and it made me look at myself as more than just a developer. So I would say that really impacted my career, and it was a great moment for me. As a developer, I would say that in the developing stage, when it's just you and your code, it's difficult to think of what you're doing as being impactful because you don't see all the beneficiaries after you've completed with your project. At that point, it's just you and your code. But then after you finish your project, you really get to see how many people this impacts and how whatever you've developed is actually beneficiary. For me, after the release of the previous project that I had talked about, I had felt that I had created meaningful impact for different people. So the sole purpose of that project was designed for field engineers who were working on site with different gases and helping them track the critical parameters more efficiently. So within this project, I had worked on building both a web and a mobile application that made the day-to-day work for these field engineers much more easier and reliable. Knowing that I built something that was directly helping people in real-world environments made the impact feel really real and beneficial to me. So yeah, I would say that's where I felt like I made a difference and made somewhat of an impact. Yeah. I think the best way to extend your influence in whatever it is that you're working on is to not only be responsible with your current tasks and timelines, but also be a good team member. And I think I have actively extended my influence by actively contributing to cross-team collaboration and going just beyond development. I've worked closely with team members from different regions, and I've helped align with technical decisions along with business needs, and just sharing my knowledge and solving challenges together. So I think contributing to a part of a team is very much going beyond whatever your current role is, and I think that contributes to the overall success of a project. So I would say that's how I've extended my influence. Without a doubt, the most challenging phase in my career so far has been right after graduating. I transitioned from being a student to all of a sudden a full-time professional, and it's the same time that I moved to a different city, and I was living away from my family for work. And at work, I was collaborating with people who were much more experienced than I was. And initially, it was difficult to voice my opinions and trust my knowledge, and I didn't really have that much confidence. But over time, just continuing with my work and adapting every day and learning how to be independent, I grew in confidence, and now I'm able to speak up, share my knowledge, and trust myself. And that really shaped me, and that's how I show up to work every day. I feel like I'm still at a very early stage in my career, so I'm not sure if I'm at the best position to be giving any kind of advice. But from what I've learned so far, if you're feeling stuck in your career, I think that the best thing to do would be to trust yourself and to take that first step. I think it's very easy to feel stuck and doubt your abilities, especially in the beginning, like me. But growth really starts when you step out of your comfort zone and you push yourself and you take that first chance. Every small step, it could be speaking up, it could be trying something new, or taking on a new challenge, can make a big difference over time. And I think it's also important to stay in touch with the things that really make you happy. Sometimes it's easy for us to feel burnt out and sick of what we're doing professionally. So it's very important that personally we take time for ourselves, do things that we like. Maybe it's art, maybe it's cooking. Doing something that relieves stress is crucial in order for us to be sane in our place of work. So I think that's, as far as advice goes, the best that I can do. I hope that helps anybody out there who's feeling stuck in their career. And I just want to say it's a great honor to be nominated for a HerRising award. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Even though I've just stepped into my career, I'm very grateful for this. So thank you.